worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. You was only 21 with a son on
The Ready Pack 3.0 offers a bag that is 19 inches in height, 11.5 inches in width, and 7.5 inches in depth before you pack it like a burrito. And packing like a burrito is easy to do with this 20-liter capacity bag, a dedicated concealed carry compartment, laser cut molly that is very well done, and a padded laptop sleeve that can fit up to a 15-inch laptop. This thing also has 3D molded back panel for great breathability and just very comfortable if you wear this for a long period of time. This is a bag I think that you should consider for back to school, especially if you're going to a college, you got a freshman you're sending off. Maybe not multicam black. I have an unhealthy obsession with multicam black, but they make this in multiple colors. But this bag has a lot of features which allow for you, especially if you live in a state that allows for you to carry a weapon or armor. Some states you can't. I'm looking at you, New York. I'm looking at places like that. But if you can do those things, this is a bag that I think 100% can meet those marks. I have a loadout suggestion for you. And this is just kind of, I've had this for over a year, and they sent me the original Ready Pack 3.0 in green, they being Vertex. And then when the multicam black came out, I bought it with my own money. That's just how much of an unhealthy obsession I have with multicam black, but also how good I think this bag is. Because I already owned the bag that Vertex sent to me, and then I bought it again. They're not paying me to make this video. I just have a lot of different bags for options, from other bags from Vertex, from 511, from Eberly Stock, from Brown Buffalo. And this is the bag that I think that you can easily outfit for different reasons. 2 water bottle pockets on the outside offer you different ways to carry stuff. You see it's big enough to carry a 32-inch Nalgene bottle, which is fantastic for being able to consume all your water. So you can keep this bad boy at the ready whenever you need it. The other side, maybe you want to put some pepper gel in it or something similar to that. So you can still keep something in there, maybe pepper gel. It's always at the ready to go. And or you can just keep extra materials or whatever you may need. I talked about this actual 3D molded back panel. This back panel allows for breathability because it has that middle vapor chamber right there, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the bag, and when you're wearing this for a significantly long amount of time. It also looks pretty dope. I like what they've done with that. While we're back here, let's take a look at these shoulder straps. The shoulder straps themselves are pretty muted, but they're still functional, with a chest cinch, a couple of attachment areas. If you wanted to run comms or a water bottle, you could, a bladder down this bad boy, you can run it through this, or you can attach other things to that if you see fit. And then you got this chest cinch, which is included. I'm looking at you, Go Ruck. I got a few of your bags, and you have to buy this extra. You have this, which helps you distribute the weight in just more of a sensible manner, just in case you need that. Next to that, you see right above it, I do have a little Olight O-Clip Pro. That way you can illuminate the way ahead. It just makes life just that much easier. Very easy flashlight to use with a spot, a flood, and a red mode on here for different purposes. So switching over to the front of the bag, this is where you're met with that laser cut molly as a very large panel. And then you're met with 2 different pockets that have storage on the inside. Looking at this very, very small pocket in the front, maybe you want to put some keys in here. It's not a lot going on in here. This is just kind of going to be if you want to put maybe business cards, keys, a wallet, something for quick access. It is in an angle, which I think makes a lot of sense for digging your hand in there. And as if you put more stuff in this back pocket, it makes it so that this other pocket is still accessible. So I like that. The larger pocket behind it is very easy to get to, and the entire pocket is loop lined. So if you have something with a Velcro back or a hook back, you can put that stuff in there. And that is where their tactigami accessories come in. So you can put stuff like that. This is a back to school survival, kind of an active shooter bag. So maybe you have some stuff in here to seal a door shut, to tie someone's hands behind their back, start a fire, maybe take apart a door, take apart a bathroom stall so you can use it to barricade yourself into a bathroom, duct tape, all sorts of little stuff like that makes sense for an active shooter bag. Because this is loop lined and this has a hook back, I can take that and throw it in here. But below that, this is my little notebook that I like to use. This is by Lockbee. This is their mini field journal in multicam black. And it still has my book light in here. It has my pen, my pencil, my Sharpie, my pen on the side, 2 notebooks that I use every day. Everything I need for functionality's sake. That fits below even this tactigami accessory. that I can put right above it. And then that has a loop panel on the front, so you can put even more stuff on it. There's plenty of stuff. You can keep those zippers to the side so you won't get those confused with anything else. Moving to the laser cut molly portion of this bag, I do have the actual flap tucked down, just to show if you want to rock this with the laser cut molly out, you can. So imagine you have extra mags up here and you're running this like, you know, kind of like a bag that full of armor. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But if you don't want to run it that way, you want to cover that laser cut, you can bring that flap out. And now you have this completely covered. So now if you were to pack this with something such as a rain jacket, a raincoat, or something really puffy, you can cover that up. But also you can take this and you can still utilize this, just roll it down, take that extra material and stuff it in the bottom. And then you can run with your molly exposed if that's what you want to do. I like the way this looks. So this is normally how I rock it. So next to that, we have a Faraday bag by Eberly Stock. So if you are in a situation where you don't want your cell phone to emit any type of signal whatsoever, you can take that, unroll this, turn your phone off, and then stick your phone in here, and then you can roll it down, and this will block any electromagnetic waves getting to your phone, any radio waves, anything that can detect a signal, just in case an active shooter has some type of technology to try to find your signal that might be useful for you. On the front of this pouch is more laser cut molly. So the laser cut molly that I'm covering with this pouch, I do get that back with this, but this entire thing has a hook back, and you can see all that laser cut molly back there. So if you want to attach mags or any accessories to it, you can do that. I like this Eberly Stock Faraday bag because I still get that attachment points in the front. Up here, I do have the Slim Pry 2.0 by Daily Carry Co. Good if you just need it for any type of slotted head or prying mechanism, bottle cap lifter. They've added a good pocket clip to this. This is made of titanium, and it's reasonably priced to be made of titanium. So just to kind of keep that just in case you need it. Below that is a Zippo. I do smoke sticks, and also I just like to have multiple fire sources. So my little survival bag had matches in it. It had a ferro rod and striker in it. Here I have a Zippo with butane fuel, so I can keep that at the ready. Below that is kind of like my pouch that I bring with me all over the place. This is by Nutsack. This is the Commander, and this is full of any other things that I may need in any given day. So I may just want to add a battery bank in here, just any additional accessories I might need. This is this multi-tool with the bits in here, another ferro rod and striker, just a little bit of redundancy, but I always like to just be more prepared than less prepared. And plus, I like the fact that if need be, I could just grab this part of my pouch, take it out of this bag if I wanted to, and roll with that. The Olight Javelot is a great flashlight for defense purposes. It has a great throw to it, a really good spot flood beam mix, and it's really easy to go from to turbo mode. I love the functionality of this bad boy. I like the color of it. The only thing I wish it had was a pocket clip built in. You are kind of rocking its holster that it comes with. And I kind of wish this bad boy itself used it. Of course, it uses Olight proprietary battery, so you want to make sure it's charged up, because otherwise you're not going to be able to use it. I do have this Olight Gobbler here, which is a great light to be able to have behind you flashing. So if someone's walking behind you, they can still see your bag. They can see you or whatever. So a great identification type of light. It takes off, recharges to USB Type-C. So easy to recharge, just like that Olight O-Clip Pro that's on the front of this bag. Above that, kind of keep a little bit of warning that it's strapped at all times, just in case you're wondering and you're not really sure. But then that brings us into the main portion of the bag itself. Now, the biggest thing about the Ready Pack that makes it so alluring is that you see this little tab right here. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. That tab right here, this tab allows for me to quickly, if you decide to leave that there, you can pull this tab and you can quickly rip the entire bag open. That's one of the unique features I like about this bag, why it's a great option for a CCW, especially if you're going to be running a larger weapon system inside of here and you want to get to it quickly. So back of here, I've shown you guys this before, my Daniel Defense 300 Blackout. And that fits neatly in this bag. And this is the 15-inch laptop compartment, which I'll show you where I keep the laptop here in a second. But you can see it fits back here relatively easy. That's what one thing I like about the Ready Pack is that as long with no actual, so with the muzzle brake with no can on it, it fits back there just fine. And so a lot of bags, this is 20-liter capacity, a lot of bags do offer you that, and I like the fact that you're still getting that with this one here. So that works really, really well. And so this is one thing I like about the Ready Pack, is that there's a little bit of organization, and then there's still more options for you to make it modular, make it your own. So right behind that, they do include this little laptop strap. So if you did have a laptop in here, you would kind of help use this to strap it down to keep the laptop from moving up if you turn your bag upside down for whatever reason, or you can stow it away if you're not going to use it. This is if you decide to run a bladder or comms, this is what you would use to hold that wire and run it out one of the shoulder straps. So the very bottom is just for you to dump whatever inside that you want. So the one thing about the Ready Pack, it is a half clamshell opening instead of a full clamshell opening. So it's less likely your shit goes falling all over the place when you open this bad boy up. It does have this tactigami, like this organizer up here, which allows for 2 items to be stored. Cat tourniquet, and then above that, you have a chem light, just in case you need either one of those. This is where you store that little quick pull tab that I just showed you a second ago. And then below that is an actual mesh zippered pocket, which I have blank right now, but that's where they have the key leash if you wanted to store your keys in there. So that makes a lot of sense. So the bag itself, I think that all they call this a 20-liter bag, it does feel like 21, 22 liters ish. This is the money part of the bag for if you want to be able to never show. That's why I chose this bag. If you want to run a weapon like this and anyone never see it, it has a completely separate, this is a CCW compartment, but instead of running CCW in the CCW compartment, I'm running a laptop. So I do have a this is a 14-inch laptop holder. This is so it can hold like a MacBook Pro, your Chromebook, stuff like that. This itself is armored. This is an armored laptop case from Premier Body Armor. I have 3 layers of armor in this bag, which makes this a great active shooter bag. It has a slip pocket in the front, a pin holder on the side if you want to hold a pin on it, and very good zippers. So just a really simple laptop holder if you need it. And then this entire back panel is loop lined. If you want to run magazines, accessories, whatever, I have nothing on here because I'm running the laptop. But at the very bottom, this is where you would also insert more armor. So you can actually buy armor specifically for this bag from Premier Body Armor. So Premier Body Armor, you now have level 3A protection, level 3A protection again, a laptop inside of here. And then this makes it a very formidable bag for an active shooter role, because now you do have that level of protection to really protect your torso. Or if you put this on your back, protect your back, your kidneys while you're running, or you're trying to evacuate, etc., etc. So let me show you the benefit of having this bag set up like this. Because of the luggage pass-through in the very back, this is a luggage pass-through area, so you can obviously put it on your luggage at the airport. That's why that laptop strap's important, so your laptop won't move all over the place. But also, you can now hold the bag like this. So if you have armor in here, you have the bag out in front of you, you can still use your weapon. And because this has a pistol brace type of setup on my weapon, this still would allow, depending on how you have the weapon set up, to either use it as a pistol brace type of action, or you can even try to use it with this armor and try to use it as a stabilizing feature as well. So a crazy scenario that could happen, but something that I think that you should keep in mind. The Ready Pack 3.0 is just a banger in my book. And really excited to see what 4.0 looks like if and when that ever drops. But give me your suggestions for your actual active shooter bag. Doesn't have to be for school. Be going for the mall, hanging out at coffee shops, going to work. This could be the active shooter bag for you. Comment down below. Have you gotten your hands on a Ready Pack 3.0 yet? Is this something that you rock with or you're completely disinterested in? I would love to know with your comments down below. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.